Hello, I am Hafiz Marzukhi and this is GE Backpack. I have been given the rare opportunity to travel around Malaysia in search of local communities and learning about their wants and needs ahead of the 14th general election. From the cool Genting Highlands, I travelled to the quaint town of Terengganu for the next stop of my journey. Hi, good morning. I'm now in the idyllic town of Terengganu, otherwise known as the stronghold of past President Datuk Seri Abdul Hadi Awang. But I'm here today not to meet him or any of the past members for that matter. I'm here to actually meet the fishing community here. Because as you know, Marang is a sprawling fishing village, and I would like to meet some of the fishermen here, see their wants, see their needs, and also see what could be done to elevate their socio-economy. So, without further ado, let's meet them. Okay, so now I'm on my way to the Marang LKIM complex, basically the town's fisheries complex where the fishermen of this town gather to sort out their catch of the day. So, let's head over there. Here, I managed to talk to several fishermen to give me a comparison of how things were compared to how things are now for the fishermen community. Okay, so right now I'm on the other side of the LKIM complex, and as you can see, there's many fisheries boats, and the focus here today is actually to talk to the fishermen to understand what are the problems that they may have faced in carrying out their fisheries activities, because as you know, fisheries is one of the most important because it involves food production and so we want to know more about their life and the challenges, I'll say, that they have to face day in, day out.
Mana ikan tu memanglah banyak, mana tak payah kita pergi jauh sangat daripada darat.
Kita dekat pesisiran
dekat kurang dalam 15 batu dengan tekak. Kemudian boleh pergi balik lah. Banding sebenarnya sekarang, mana ikan sekarang ini jadi merosot lah. Oleh kerana sebab mana pukak tunda dia merosotkan barang-barang nelayan. Dia sekarang ni kalau kata hak asing, mana ada macam Thailand atau Vietnam, memanglah bagi kuasa dia takar. Kemudian kalau hak tempatan ni dia kira zon. Maknanya kalau orang buka tunda tu dia zon pirang. Maknanya kawasan dia kira. Maknanya dia tak kira, maknanya unjang buka jeruk ni biasa.
Dia akan kacau.
Jadi setelah buka jeruk mati dengan kerana buka tunda. Di Terengganu ni kurang buka tunda, kuatang banyaknya. Kemudian maknanya musuh lah bagi yang nelayan buka jeruk ataupun takut boleh katakan mati pekerjaan. Yang sekarang ni timbul pekerjaan yang baru, mana buka tasi, dia panggil jaring. Orang luar panggil buka jaring, dia pakai tergelam, mana dapat ikan ni begitulah, mana 2-3 baku, mana yang dia kata 100 kilo, 200 kilo begitulah, kadang-kadang tak ada. Dia masalah nelayan ni, dia tahu kalau dalam sebulan tu tak penuh. Sebabnya orang Terengganu cakap air kuat ataupun air derah. Maknanya ikan ada tapi tak banyak. Nak tahan jaring tu tak boleh. Jadi anik jauh. Maknanya boleh kata berkilo-kilo lagi. Jadi apabila penyakit di atas tanah tu, maknanya mengalami rekat di buka ni, maknanya tak dapat ikan. Maknanya kalau kata dalam sebulan tu memang tak penuh.
So for those who don't know what's a fisherman's life like, they usually go out to sea very early in the morning, and maybe around 10:30 they'll come back with their catch of the day, and there will be wholesalers here, waiting to purchase their catch, be it fishes, prawns, and etc. So I'm waiting for one of the fishermen to come back and try to talk to them. A boat has just arrived bringing in fishes. See, fresh fish, jewels of the sea. So this is basically how the wholesalers come and wait for the fishermen to bring in fishes, purchase it from them directly. Of course, there is a certain price that is preset beforehand. So that's basically it. Okay, so right now I'm on the boat with one of the fishermen, Abang Anwar, who has kindly let me on his boat. So, Abang, macam mana hari ni tangkapan macam mana?
Hari ni tangkapan saya kuranglah sikit lah. Dari segi air kan, kadang-kadang gelombang kuat dengan air arus ke, arus ni tak, arus malah tak jadi lah, tak cantik kan.
Abang dah buat jenis layan apa?
Saya dah nelayan kurang 10 tahun lebih lah.
10 tahun lebih lah? Sejak 2007 gitu lah. So, kalau kita bandingkan hasil tangkapan masa 2007 dengan sekarang ni, apa beza yang boleh Abang cerita?
Dulu, tahun 2007 dulu memang banyak lah ikan. Pasal buk, kurang lagi dulu, tak banyak lagi lah. Sekarang dah lebih, pebble pun lagi banyak sekarang. Kat jeruk sekarang dah kurang. Dah banyak sekarang pebble. Ini bagi lah.
Macam mana kira macam pendapatan mesti kurang, macam mana Abang nak cover kos hari itu?
Kita kena buat kerja lebih sikit lah. Kadang-kadang siang malam kita keluar. Malam kita pergi, kita nak betul siang hari kita mancing ikan fisi ke apa. Kita kerja lebih sikit lah.
Anwar's sentiments are also shared by other fishermen that I met.
Kerja kurang lah. Kerja, sebab ada orang tak ada kerja, budak-budak dah ni. Learning budak-budak muda semua je. Jadi nelayan.
Okay, another problem that has been highlighted by the fishermen here is the rising cost of living, which cause more people, I mean those who are not fishermen, to actually venture into fishing. And this has affected the yield of each and every one of the fishermen here, because as you know, the amount of fishes are not as many as it used to be back in the 1970s, 1980s. So when this happened, it affects the overall individual income of these fishermen. So this goes to show the dire need for the people here to diversify their income, but there needs to be a certain mechanism or platform put in places like this, for example Marang, to ensure that the locals here find other ways to get their income. Okay, so what I could gather from my visit here to Marang is that the fishermen here does not necessarily need handouts per se. What they need, is evident from my conversations with Anwar, is that they want to venture into other fisheries-based industries, be in the form of keropok leko or something. But what they need from the government or any other bodies is some sort of platform or some sort of courses or ways to train them in order to venture into these industries, derivatives from the fisheries industry. As you know, the famous saying of you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach him how to fish, you feed him for the lifetime. So that is the concept that should be applied to this community of fishermen, not just in Marang, but everywhere throughout Malaysia. So I'm making a short stop here in Kuala Terengganu, checking out a few places of interest. Next, I'm heading to Kelantan. Want to know where exactly? Follow me. Okay, so after a short detour in Kuala Terengganu, I'm now in Kelantan, more specifically Kuala Krai, and I chose this place to visit because of the floods that have hit this place 2 years ago, which is somewhere in between end of 2014 to probably a few days in 2015. And I've been here actually back then covering the post-floods, and I'm here to actually check out this town and see how much has it recovered since then. Okay, this place, although it's the town area, but it's considered the new Kuala Krai. So now I'm actually heading over to the so-called old Kuala Krai or Pekan Lama to check there, because I remembered that area is much worse than here. So I'm gonna hitch a ride or something. So here I am. Look, everything's back to usual. Not that I've actually been here in the first place. The only time I've actually been here, this place was closed. So let's check out things over here. But it's definitely good to see that the operations has resumed normally, because the last time I was here, this place was deserted. And I'm glad that the people here actually get to resume their lives normally after such a devastating flood like that. So I think I'll go around town and then I'll head over to a nearby adjacent town which I believe is called Buchil. So let's do that. Okay, I think this wraps up my visit here in Kuala Krai, but I'm not done with Kelantan just yet. What we've seen so far is the flood's effects on physical buildings and towns, etc., etc. Now I want to see the flood's effects on villages, more specifically the home of villages, and I'm actually on my way to meet one of the villagers whose house was totally devastated by the floods. Let's go meet him. Okay, so right now I'm here in Kampung Limau Kasturi. I'm supposed to meet one of the villagers here who has suffered terribly during the, I would say, devastating floods that occurred back in 2015, end of 2014 and early 2015. So I'm going to meet him. So apparently this house here was badly hit. As you can see from the photos that Shafin showed me, this house actually collapses on top of his house, which is over on the other side. So Kampung Sungai Limau is one of the examples which shows how hard it is to rebuild yourselves or rebuild your life after such a devastating floods as what happened back in 2014. So as for Mr. Shafin, you can see he, despite being the sole breadwinner, he managed to rebuild his life, rebuild his house from scratch after an almost total loss. And this is where it goes to show it is important to have a good infrastructure in order to offer help to those who need them. And the people of Kampung Limau Kasturi definitely needs it.
So this wraps up my visit of Kelantan, and next I will head over to Melaka and Johor to meet the locals there. See you then.